Welcome, intrepid listeners, to another episode tonight. I invite you to join me as we venture deep into the heart of the forest, where the boundary between reality and nightmare blurs. So, gather round the campfire, hold your loved ones close, and brace yourselves for a tale that will chill you to the bone. This is the story of my scariest camping encounter. It was late September, and the leaves had just begun to wear their autumn hues. My friend Alex and I, both seasoned campers, decided to tackle the remote trails of the old Greenwood Forest. Known for its sprawling wilderness and minimal foot traffic, it was the perfect escape from the bustle of city life. Day 1. We arrived at the trailhead early, the morning mist still clinging to the undergrowth. The air was crisp, filled with that distinct, earthy scent of decaying leaves. As we hiked deeper into the forest, the canopy grew denser, swallowing us in its shadowy embrace. By late afternoon, we reached a small clearing by a gentle stream, a perfect spot to pitch our tent. The sounds of the forest were serene, the rustle of leaves, the distant call of a woodpecker, the soft gurgle of water. Yet, as the sun dipped below the horizon, a subtle unease crept over me. The forest seemed too quiet, as if holding its breath. That night, as we sat by the fire, the silence was shattered by a sudden, chilling howl, a sound neither wolf nor human. It echoed through the trees, a mournful lament that seemed to seep into my very bones. Alex laughed it off, joking about forest spirits, but the laughter didn't reach his eyes. Day 2. We awoke to a gray, overcast sky. The air felt heavier, charged with an unspoken foreboding. As we continued our journey, a dense fog rolled in, smothering the forest in a thick, white shroud. Our visibility dwindled to mere feet, and the path became slippery with moisture. Midday, we stumbled upon an old, abandoned campsite. A shredded tent lay collapsed, its fabric peppered with large, ragged holes. Nearby, a backpack was torn open, its contents spilled like the innards of some gutted prey. No sign of the camper, no footprints leading away, just the eerie stillness. We should have turned back then, but our curiosity, morbid as it was, urged us forward. As we ventured deeper, the fog grew so dense that we could barely see the ground in front of us. Then, Alex stopped abruptly. "Do you hear that?" he whispered. A faint whisper floated through the fog, words indiscernible. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up as the whispers grew louder, closer. We weren't alone. Panic set in, and we scrambled back the way we came, the whispers chasing us like an insidious echo. Night of Day 2. That night, back at our campsite, the fire seemed unable to cast away the darkness that clung to the edges of the clearing. The whispers hadn't followed us, but the silence had returned, oppressive and thick. As we huddled by the fire, a figure emerged from the shadows at the edge of the clearing. It was gaunt, its limbs unnaturally long, with eyes that reflected the firelight like a beast's. Frozen in fear, we watched as it cocked its head, studying us with a curious tilt. Then, it spoke, its voice a grotesque parody of human speech, twisted and rasping. "Leave," it hissed, dragging out the word into a long, sinister whisper that mingled with the crackling of the fire. Without a word, Alex and I grabbed our gear and fled. We didn't stop running until we reached the car at the trailhead, the first light of dawn casting long shadows behind us. We never reported what happened, nor did we speak of it again. But sometimes, in the dead of night, I still hear the whispers, echoing in the dark, a haunting reminder of what lies hidden in the wild. Thank you for joining me on this chilling adventure. Remember, the world is full of mysteries, and not all are meant to be solved. Until next time, stay safe, and keep the fire burning, lest the shadows decide to come for you.